Hi, Maurice Kogan again, back with answers 11 and 12 to the 64 questions I cover in my PDF document, Questions and Answers for Exporters and Export Counselors. In previous videos, I answered 10 questions from the perspective of a company thinking about exporting and wondering how similar or different it is to domestic selling, whether to export on its own or through an intermediary, and how to assess its export readiness and potential. In this and all the remaining videos, I'll shift gears and get into the mechanics and weeds of exporting, starting with questions 11 and 12. 11, what coding systems are used to classify products for export and what purposes do they serve? And 12, how can I find the applicable code for my export product under the different coding systems? Starting with question 11. What coding systems are used to classify products for export and what purposes do they serve? The U.S. has two main coding systems for export products, Schedule B and NAICS, N-A-I-C-S, for North American Industry Classification System. The Schedule B code is a required entry on the shipper's export declaration, now known as Electronic Export Information, or EEI. An EEI must be filed for each export shipment valued above $2,500, with some country exceptions. The Schedule B entry on the EEI provides the basis for all official U.S. export statistics by product. The NAICS system, which replaced the earlier Standard Industrial Classification, or SIC system, can also be used for export values, but its main use is for a non-export purpose, to show the number of U.S. business establishments and employees by industry. Beyond just Schedule B and NAICS as the two U.S. systems, there are two other classification systems that have universal application. The Harmonized System, HS, and the United Nations Standard International Trade Classification System, SITC. All four systems can be used to show export values, but U.S. exporters generally just use Schedule B or HS codes for this purpose. For example, both systems can pull official U.S. export statistics that tell you which markets are the largest and fastest growing for U.S. products like yours based on the code number. The HS and SITC systems go beyond the U.S. to look at world exports as well as imports by country. From that global perspective, you can pull up statistics to show not only the largest and fastest growing importing countries for products like yours by code number and country, but also how much came from the U.S. versus competitor countries, that is, the U.S. market share. Let's now take a look at how the coding systems are structured. They all start at a very broad level, say at the 2 or 3 digit level, and then add more digits for greater product specificity. The HS and Schedule B systems are the same up to the 6-digit level and apply to all countries, not just the U.S. The Schedule B adds up to another 4 digits to get to the most specific 10-digit level just for the U.S. To illustrate, here's how the Schedule B and HS systems break down for a very specific product like electrocardiographs, which fall within the broad category of medical and related equipment. At 2 digits, HS and Schedule B code 90 is for the very broad category, and this goes on for a while, very broad category of optical, photographic, cinematographic, measuring, checking, precision, medical or surgical instruments and apparatus, parts and accessories thereof. That's all under 90. At 4-digit code, 90 narrows to 9018, for medical, surgical, dental, or veterinary instruments, not electric, and parts. At 6 digits, code 9018 further narrows to 901811 for electrocardiographs and parts and accessories thereof. This 6-digit HS code is also the universal code for this product in all countries, as the term harmonized indicates. A 10-digit code 901811 further narrows to Schedule B code 9018113000 for electrocardiographs just for the US. Even at the maximum 10-digit Schedule B level, the product might still be lumped in with closely related other products. For example, a red widget versus a black widget. But 10 digits is as close as you can get. The HS system serves a second key purpose beyond trade statistics. It is also importantly used to assign import duty rates by product for all countries. To find the duty rate for any product in any country by its HS number, you can use the World Trade Organization, WTO website. Be aware, though, that duty rates can change in real time before they can be updated on the website. So it's a good idea to check with a freight forwarder for any updates. Now that you know what the different coding systems are and what purposes they serve, let's move on to question 12. How to find the correct code for an export product in each of the 4 commodity coding systems. All 4 classification systems have online lookup tools to help you find the code number for any product. You can pull them up with these keywords in a simple Google search. Schedule B, codes, harmonized system codes, NAICS codes, standard international trade classification codes. Those are all keywords that you can plug in to pull up the lookup tools. Once you're in their respective sites, it's very important to select the correct code for the product, especially the Schedule B and HS codes, because of their compliance implications. Official U.S. export statistics, as I mentioned, depend on the accuracy of the Schedule B number in the EEI filing, and the HS number determines the import duty for your product in any destination country. Now, the coding process is not an exact science. In some cases, the actual code may not be the one you assumed it was. If in doubt, it's best to seek a professional opinion. You can seek classification assistance from the Census Bureau International Trade Helpline at 800-549-0595. Click option 2, or check with a freight forwarder. If still in doubt, for a fee, you can turn to a professional coding expert for a definitive answer. Well, that's it for commodity coding systems. The next video will deal with international commercial terms, known as Incoterms, and when and how are they used. Until then, thanks for listening.